guys, so today we're going to do another video.
Another one.
And this one is a topic that is near and dear to our hearts and love lives.
Yes.
We are going to talk about the factor of age in relationships.
The correlation
of age.
In relationships.
Because you know what? It plays a big part in my everyday life.
Every day.
Everyday life.
Every day.
So, first things first.
First things first. You go. This is you right now. Then I'm gonna go.
I don't even know what the first thing we're gonna talk about is maturity. And maturity does not come with age. So this is where you base what age group are you reaching for? What is your goal age group? And me personally, I am one for the upper 20s. Not the mid 20s. The upper 20s.
Gosh.
And beyonds. Like, honestly, I just feel like there's a lot of... I'm at a point in my life. Granted, I am still very young. We are both only 19.
Both very young.
But the situations that we've dealt with in the past 2 years of being in college have really changed our perspective
on grandmothers by the time we graduate.
Have really changed our perspective on maturity and men, type of guys we look for. And notice how I say men, because when I say men, I really mean men. I don't mean men just as in males. I mean males that are actually men, because all males are not men.
No.
And all
females are not women.
No.
And I'm just going to say that all males are not men. If you have to make exclamatory statements about whether you are a woman or a man or any of that, you're probably not either.
No.
So that's I mean, that's just one thing.
Because that's one thing we never have to do. We never have to prove our womanhood. Like
you should just naturally hear my conversation and assess my brain level, because you can have beautiful, beautiful goddesses walking in front of your face. This goes for males and females. You can have beautiful goddesses walking in your face like, God, yes, like, yes. And then she talks to you or he talks to you
and has no conversation.
And you're like, God, why?
God, why?
And it's just such a letdown. Like, I mean, granted, we're in a very sex-oriented, dominating world. That is true. But at the same time, you know,
I want to give an example.
Yeah, just an example.
Not having to prove your womanhood.
Okay.
This is something that happened recently. Brianna and I are very social people, as you can probably tell. We sit here and make videos. I do this just to do it. It's fun for me. We're very social people. We like to be out, like to meet new people. And it doesn't take much to strike up a conversation and to have an interesting conversation. We have many long conversations with random men who you wouldn't probably not think would be able to hold a good conversation, but they can. And the last one we had just last weekend, we met these guys, and I didn't know, we were just walking past just to speak to our girlfriends that were talking to them. It was a high and by situation. But like I said, me and Brianna are the type of people who commands attention.
It's sort of hard.
We command attention, and it's not in a cocky way. It is a way where I command attention, where somebody wants to have a conversation.
Yes.
It's not
just a confidence. It's not even a cocky.
Right.
It's just a certain
confidence. So we're sitting there having this conversation with these guys. Blah 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 blah. Mind you, they're Greek, so you know Greek men in general just have this air about them, like that they're on top of the world, and that's fine because most of our friends are Greek, so we're used to this attitude and this. You know, this entitlement to think, they just think they're entitled to, you know, whatever girl walks by, they can get. So we're just making jokes like, oh, you're going to talk to this next person, blah, 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 blah. So these girls walk by, and of course they see the paraphernalia, the colors, and they're impressed. Why wouldn't you be? So, you know, they weren't as friendly, like they were kind of like stuck up when the guys like tried to come on to them or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they walked by. And then they was like, and that's the example of a B word. So we was like, so what makes them any different than us? I mean, we stopped. You wanted them to stop. We stopped. We've been having this conversation, whatever. And basically, they was just saying by the content of our conversation, it set us apart from just the average girl that's going to walk by, that they're going to get their number. And they were like, women, B word. Women, B word. And I just feel like I'm glad that people acknowledge the fact that it's more to me than, you know, just who you walking by, can I get your number? Granted, we did exchange numbers with these men.
We had a
but it was after 3 hours of good conversation. And you can piggyback.
And that just goes to say this, because me being me, like I said, you know, everybody's a little shallow. I understand that. I am too. I have my shallow moments where, like, oh my God, like, he's ugly, like, oh my God. But, you know, and it was really bad, like, at a younger age. But now that I'm in college and things of that nature, I can't stand when people automatically assume that, hey, they're ugly, they don't want anything good. Because, you know, those ugly ones
are clutch,
okay? And those ugly ones, like, will be the best friends to you and anything like that. And I just say it just goes with a maturity level of how you can handle something. Because naturally, just because they're trying to talk to you doesn't mean that they want you like that.
No!
It could be some other girl on their dick. I'm sorry. On their dick, like, oh, see, that's my man. Like, why you doing that? And it's not even necessarily that. And that's another thing. Don't ever assume that
he really wants you
like that. I mean, you're just convenient at the time that, you know, maybe you walk by or maybe you're in the same setting. And like I said, it's just a maturity level on how you handled it, because females be quick to play like certain types of dudes.
And that is why they called those girls that walk by the B word, because they assume girls were like, oh wow,
they not cute at all. Like, they not my standard, and it's not even about that. Like, maybe somebody just really want to have a good conversation with you.
And these like girls didn't know. They didn't know if these men were with us. Like, they didn't know if these were our boyfriends that we were just allowing to, you know, have fun. They didn't know. So the fact that they just assumed that they wanted them, they got a negative feedback after they walked away. And it was like, and this is why I compare you.
Because granted, everybody gets that feedback. Like, every female has that feedback. Every male and female, I'm not even going to pinpoint. Every male and female has that certain feedback as to where, and like I said, this is just the basis of age and relationships, like I'm saying. This is all tied. But every female male has that feedback conversation after you moved on or after you went elsewhere.
Right.
They have that conversation. Like, me and Ayana, we can meet people, then be like, oh, girl,
and be talking about them for the rest of the night.
And then,
good or bad.
And I understand males do the same, because they know, I mean, hell, who's not going to talk? Like, who's not going to do that? But, like I said, you know, you have to be a certain type of female and carry yourself a certain type of way if you want somebody to view you like that. And excuse me, I did not pronounce that word. Boo. Boo. But anyways, you always, whoever you are, male or female, you always want to have that certain air of confidence about you, because, like I said, if you're lacking it within you, especially like your maturity, like I said, you have to be on a situational basis to gain maturity. Like, and you know, like I said, like, my little 12-year-old cousin has been through more than me, and like, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, and she's mature, because, like, she's 12 and she's mature, and that's just because she's been through a lot of situations, you know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show that age has nothing to do with anything. Granted, she's not going to talk to a 20-year-old. That's crazy. That's rape. That's rape. That's a pedophile. But
once you're 19, you can talk to whoever you want, okay?
I mean,
18 even. Yeah. But 19 is better.
19 is just an ugly age.
It is an ugly age,
19 is a very ugly age. But, like I was saying, like, you just have to hold in yourself a maturity factor about you, because, like I said, no guy wants that girl that loud, obnoxious.
Oh,
because,
my
like
God.
I said, that is a pinpoint. That girl right there is a little girl.
That is a little
I mean, granted, you might be bad. Don't get me wrong. You might be bad. You can be bad, but like I said, I'm better because I'm quiet. Like, I don't have to do all that to command somebody that I want attention.
Right.
Like, I don't have to.
Right.
It's not in my character.
That is one thing we don't do. We don't.
It's not in my nature.
Never did we have to show out.
Like, I don't have to be ghetto. I don't have to be loud. I don't have to say something obnoxious. I don't have to let all my business out there.
And granted, in high school, you know, that was cute. It's a group of guys, you and your girlfriends are walking by.
Like,
y'all gonna walk.
Like,
as soon as y'all, the boys are right here. As soon as y'all even approach them, you start just talking about any random thing loudly so they can hear you. Now, we don't do that. If anything, we stop talking when we walk by, just so we can see the reaction. And, you know, because granted, if you quiet and you bad,
You don't
you're
have to say
mature,
nothing.
you don't have to say
speak. Your
anything.
presence speaks. Your presence speaks.
Anything.
Because there's been quite a few females that walk past me, don't say anything. And granted, yes, I'm straight, okay. But you know, I recognize beauty when I see it in anybody. And they'll walk past me, don't say a word.
Just look.
Just walking to class, like, and you're like, wow, oh my gosh, like, she's so beautiful.
Because if you walk by a man very boisterous, you leave nothing up to surprise.
And they're going to
like,
automatically assume something about you.
You're ratchet.
You're
loud.
You're
ghetto. You probably about that life. Like,
yeah.
Whereas if you walk by, you put together, walk by, you don't say nothing. You do a little eye sex. Now he's wondering like, oh shoot. Is she about that life? Like,
nah. Maybe so.
Now he has a reason to talk to you. Whereas if you walk by, oh my God.
Like, girl, don't show that clothing.
Why is he touching me right now?
God, like,
if you do that,
that's crazy.
Now he gonna think, oh, well, she got a boyfriend. So, like,
or she
like
doing
something little. Why?
Like I said, I mean, it does work for some people, and you know, but you know, I'm saying, like, you can. To me, like, I know girls who pull like this just because they're loud, but to me, I don't care about that. It's not about how many I pull. It's the quality that I'm pulling.
Of what I'm
it's
pulling.
The quality that I'm pulling. Like, in other words, if I want to, like I said, if I want your attention and I'm looking the way I am and you're looking the way you are, and I feel like there's something that I need to be put in your presence, or I want to be made known in your presence, I'm going to gradually walk somewhere around you, hold a conversation with somebody that you may know.
And then you're going to be like, well, damn.
Like, maybe it's not bad after all. But like I said, that's a whole maturity, age. It has nothing to do with age. This is me being me. Like, it's nothing. None of this has to do with age at all.
The way you carry yourself is going to fall into the type of guys you're pulling. So, you act like...
It's going into the play.
Right.
This is going to how you dress play.
This is going to go into how you dress. So, you know, I don't want to comfort nobody right now.
I don't want to comfort nobody. And I don't want to offend anybody because like I said, I don't know who's watching. And this is not to offend. This is only personal opinion. But I love clothes as well as she. I love to
follow
dress.
our Instagram for fashion posts.
Yes, for fashion posts that we do daily. I haven't been on Instagram in 2 days. So I've been stressed because of exams and finals and getting myself together. But, how do I want to say this?
Basically,
Tumblr is its own world.
Ooh, yes.
Tumblr is its own world where it's accepted
to dress terrible.
And you know, everything's not terrible. Like, unique is not always terrible. It's really not. It's really not. Tumblr is its own world, but when you hit reality, and it's that point where people trying to find wives, or you're looking for something, dating to marry now we're dating to marry.
Yeah, we're at an age where it's appropriate to date to marry.
I mean, you can be with somebody for 4 years. It's dating to marry. With that being said, if I was a guy and I see a girl and she's dressing in a Tumblr fashion, because sometimes, like I said, it's okay, because sometimes it's appropriate. It really is, because it's really appropriate. But if she's dressing in a Tumblr fashion, you're not going to take that home to your mother, because like I said, the black mother, and I'm going to piggyback off of my mom. If she sees me with a certain type, she's going to be like, Brianna, may I have a talk with you in the kitchen right now to discuss something? And she's going to tell me about myself, about who I'm taking home, because she's going to be like, Brianna, why do you have this young man in my house looking like this? And, you know, I don't know if that goes for males, but I know that goes for mothers, because most mothers want their son to have somebody in the image of them. I'm not even joking.
Right.
I'm not even joking. They want somebody in the image of them, or even remotely with the personality of their mom, because men love their mother. So they gradually, like, I want to find somebody like my father. They want to find somebody like their mother. Yep. And with that being said, if you're not fitting that image, then there's a problem.
Yeah, you're convenient at school.
You're convenient at school, like,
your mother's not at school.
Your mother's not at school. But when it comes down to the point of, okay, I got to take you home now. If you feel like you got to change everything your girlfriend got on to bring her home to your mama, it's a fucking problem.
Never should you have to figure out a nice way to tell your girl.
I've been cursing a lot in this video.
Yeah. Never should you have to figure out a nice way to tell your girlfriend that she can't come over like that. Like, but, I mean, this is not only the female's fault, because clearly this is some guy out there checking for her. So she assumed that if that's how you got her, then it's fine for her to look like that. So you can't switch it up on her at the last minute saying that's not what you want. Where it comes to another problem, you're not going to be the only one, because we've heard this story. There's a girl who she dresses a certain way and she's with a certain type of guy. He's an athlete. But little does she know, he has another girl who doesn't dress like her and who looks appropriate to take home, and who in the end is going to win in this situation.
That is.
She's going to win. She's already won.
Basically.
You know,
like I said, and you know, I've been in a lot of situations where people ask me, why do I put myself together, and that's just my comfort zone. I'm not gonna walk out looking any type of way, because I feel like, especially if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I feel like I have to be representative of you and me at the same time. So in other words, I don't want nobody calling out like, yo, dude, I seen your girl, like,
why would she have that on?
Why does
you
she
let her walk out like that?
You let her look like that? Like,
yeah, it's fine to be sexy for your man.
That's foul. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, that just draws the type of attention that you want to yourself and what man you're going to pull. Because like I said, you know, I can cover up completely and be perfectly fine. I don't have to do a lot. I don't have to be very dramatic. But, you know, I'm still a dresser. Like, I still have my own unique, and people are like that. I mean, some girls, that's cool, and, like, they're going to find that match for them, and that's fine. Like, I'm not even down on nobody dressing, because some people really can't pull it off. Mm-hmm. But, like I said, you're not at this point, if you're looking for, because, like I said, we hear all the time, you're looking for the grown man, you're not going to get it. And it's just as simple as that. Like, you're not going to get it.
And this is where I come in. Woo! Let me not lose my train of thought here, because I have a lot to say. Let me get into the age thing. The youngest person I've talked to that was actually anything remotely like decent, that could have ever been anything was 21, 22-ish. And I just felt like in those in all of those situations that there were, it was a lot of issues that I never addressed, and it was simply because I assumed that if they're young, they're not going to understand what I'm talking about, basically. So I just swept it under the rug. Now, in the situation, if you want to call it, that I'm in now, I feel like I can say what I have to say, because now I have to prove myself that I'm not a little girl, because the person is older. So I have to prove to you, like, no, there's certain things that you're not going to do just because I'm young. You're not going to, like, certain things, I'm not going to allow certain things, and I'm not going to allow you to think that I'm not going to bring it up. And I feel like that's better for you to get into you talk to an older guy, because now you're becoming more confident in yourself. There's a lot of things that I would never say to a younger guy, because I feel like he's going to be like, are you serious? Like, I'm not your husband, like something like that. If you talk to an older guy, you say that to him, he's going to be like, he'll either apologize, and he'll be like, yeah, you're right. What can I do to change it? Like, they're going to go deeper into it on how to improve, so you don't have to keep having those same little arguments. For another topic. Little girls who think that they're ready for a older relationship. No, and, you know, granted, you are 18, 19. You're not a little girl by legal standards, but when I know what I was going to say. When a grown man is thrown in your face, and, you know, it's grown men, you have your 27s through 29s right in your face, you don't know what to do with it but look. And then you ask, well, how do you do that? I can't give you an answer. I really can't. It's just, it all comes with your confidence, your maturity. If you feel like you can pull a 28-year-old man, you go ahead and do it. Because there's a lot of 28-year-old men that I want in my life. And I feel like if I see you at Norval on Saturday, I'm gonna say something. Like, I'm going to say something. And I feel like the men that I've dealt with,
the older men love the ratchets.
Oh, yeah.
They love the ratchets.
But then they have a limit. They're like, all right, now what is too ratchet? They go to places like Norval, and they will stand outside the club and wait for you to come out.
They love the ratchet.
And like I said, you have to carry yourself a certain way for a certain age group to approach you. So I feel like the men that I've had in my life, the grown men that I've had in my life, will never, ever look at the girls that go to my school. And I'm sorry. a lot of girls who go to my school will never be able to pull the men that I pull. You might be able to pull the same boys I pull from NSU and ODU that are in college. Yeah, we can pull the same guy. But the men that have graduated college that I've talked to in my life, I doubt highly that you can.
We really don't try to come to
I
people.
don't.
I'm so seriously. Cause, like,
I'm just so proud of my progress. Because I was, like, I will say, like, ooh, like I've never talked to a little boy, but some things I should have never even let get as far as it did. With certain
and I'm
ages.
just gonna it's certain things that should have never taken place. Like last year, it was.
Oh, last year should have never taken place.
Last year's situations with men should have never taken place. I made an ugly face, but it should have never taken place. And me personally, like I'm saying, what do I want to say? You know, I've always been the type, like we said earlier, to talk to older people or whatever. And, you know, sometimes, like, I can, on the occasion, like, I can do a 25, a 26. And like I said, I'm not
25.
I'm not, like we said, we're not even trying to come for people who are younger, but it's just going to show, because like I said, age and maturity have no correlation. It's a situational basis on what makes you older. For the fact that we've talked to so many different types of people, we can now assess, okay, where we're going to go with this, like how we're going to go about finding somebody that's more compatible with me. Because like I said, if I can't hold a conversation with you, because I'm going to be real here. I'm not trying to be like a freak or anything about what I'm about to say, but anybody can give me dick, okay? Anybody can do that for me. You need to find something else, as well as me. You need to find something else that's going to hold my attention. Because like I said, you offering sex to me is nothing. I can go get that from the next person. Like, that's easy. Like, that's nothing for me. That's just what I'm going to say. Like,
not irreplaceable.
That's replaceable. That's replaceable. That's always replaceable. And I feel like some people get...
It's a renewable source.
Some people get so comfortable with, oh, maybe I got that good. Like, oh, maybe I have this. Maybe I have that. Like, I'm just piggybacking off of all this. And at the end of the day, like I said, it comes with a maturity level. Because if that's all you're still looking for, sweetie, you need to reassess.
Because there's many times where it's a Sunday afternoon. I don't want to do anything. How come? I just want to be in your company. It's simply company.
I want to watch Lion King.
I want to watch Lifetime with you, boo.
Lifetime Christmas movie.
Boo, come and get me.
Kettle corn.
All I want to do is watch Lifetime with you. But you can't tell a 21-year-old boy. You can't tell a 21-year-old boy, let's watch movies. He's going to be like, okay. What we gonna do after though? Yeah, that's what he's gonna say.
After. And like I said, sometimes that's okay, because sometimes people really are on that level right now, and that's what you need right now, and that's fine, because sometimes you have to get a person that you can mature with. It's not about finding that person who's already mature. You have to get a person that you mature with, because so many times people are like, well, if I'm mature right now, he need to be mature too. No. Because if that's the case, then everybody I talk to would not talk to me, because I'm not at my highest point right now.
Nope.
It's going to take a lot more to get me to where, like, I'm at maximum level capacity. And I'm like, you're never going to find that point where you're still complete maturity, because at the same time, you want to still be that goofball.
Right.
It's okay to be that goofball. We are extreme goofballs.
We went to a grown man's house. And watch Little Bill. And it was okay. Okay. If I want to watch Little Bill,
we're going to watch Little Bill.
We're going to watch Little Bill. And if you don't like it, you're going to take me back to school.
And, you know, it's just certain things like that. Like, you know, like I said, at this point, if you're still looking for a certain thing out of a person, because like I said, you can get any male, like you can get pussy, excuse me, don't mean to offend anybody. You can get pussy from anybody. That's fine. You can get it from this person, the next person, the next person, but at the same time, like, dude, really, how old are you that you still trying to look for pussy in females? Like, when does it stop? Like, does it ever stop for you? And that's another thing. Like, you're a little boy if you're still looking for that in a female.
Right.
And I'm going to put emphasis on a boy, because a man at this time, yeah, it might be that occasional, yeah, I mean, she convenient right now, whatever, but I'm not checking for her. I'm not checking for her right now. It was just convenience. Like, that's not what I'm checking for. And you know, and this goes for another thing. Don't continuously hit somebody up. If that's all you want, because like I said,
it's gonna get old.
It's gonna get old. It's gonna get
quick.
really, 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 really old, and that's not cool. And if you're a female, as far as you checking for, oh, I want a nigga with ... Like I said, it's a black female standpoint. If I'm offending anybody by language or anything, sorry. I'm really like, when I talk, I'm on a roll. So I'm talking like I'm talking to her for real. Not on camera. But yeah, like I was saying, like you can't even expect something out of a male. You cannot expect something out of a male that you cannot do for yourself. You understand? Like, I'm just saying, because I sometimes get tired of females saying, oh, I want him with this, and this, but what do you have? Clearly. What are you bringing forth to the table? Because it has to be equilibrium point. If I could do more right now, I would. If I could get my apartment right now and have everything set right now, I could. But the fact of the matter is, I don't right now. Give me 5 months. I'll do that.
If we had an apartment right now,
it'd be curtains for the world.
It would be curtains for us. Because one, the progression of a relationship comes with seeing each other often. So us right now, when we see the guy that we're talking to at the moment, it's on his time. It's whenever he finds fit to come over here and pick us up and do stuff like that. It's not on our time because we don't drive. We can't have guys in the dorm. Like, so it's on his time, which is usually the weekend. Whereas if we had our own apartment,
we have margaritas on Tuesdays and tacos.
It would be curtains. And we would see our significant others more, wherein the relationship would get better. But it's
and it doesn't want that. And it's not time for that. I mean, and some people can roll with that, some people can't, and that's fine. Do you. I'm not gonna... Because
I'm the type of person, like, I want to see you all the time. We don't have to do anything. I just want to see you. We don't have to...
Like, sometimes you generally miss a
sexual.
person.
We don't have to do anything. I genuinely just want to... I just genuinely miss you.
But yeah,
we went off on so many tangents here.
We did.
Basically, the moral of this story is
until you're ready,
age ain't nothing but a number.
Age is nothing but a number. It's nothing like...
Age has nothing to do with maturity, compatibility.
It doesn't.
Because I've had more in common with a 27-year-old than I've had... with a 27-year-old than I've had with a 26-year-old. Because I remember even one time I talked to this guy, he was 26 last year, and I was just looking at him like, what are you talking about right now? Like, what language are you speaking? And he was just very wise beyond his years. And I thought I was ready for that. And then I've had something older, and I feel like I'm older than you. So it all depends on the person. You know?
It does. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed
Never should this video have been 34 minutes.
We're really into it today.
You guys, I think I'm going to create another channel just for these videos because, yeah. You know, these videos are not for everyone.
They're not for everyone.
I might create another channel, so you guys let me know what you think about creating a new channel down below, and if you will follow me.
Because I did just curse. I just added a whole new.
Yeah.
I just added.
I have little girls that watch this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sweeties.
And stuff, family.
Yeah.
So I'll probably make a new channel. This probably will go on the new channel, maybe. Never know.
Because I only did curse a lot.
What would our new channel be called?
What would our new channel be called?
God.
So
many options. Well, you guys, be blessed. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be down below. Bye. I hate girls that do that. Little girl things. And I'm out.
Bye.